How's it going? Let me just shut this off. Hey all, I'm technically here, but will be listening while I'm doing the last 40 miles home to be done for the day. Dang truck drivers. Well, Louise, you drive safe and
This incredible dental device.
you drive safe and we'll be, don't get distracted. Okay? God, look at the gray. I'm looking such like a grandmother. How's everybody doing? Let me just. Hi, everybody. Here we go. Now, some people call these tarot cards. They're not tarot cards, they're oracle cards. And what oracle cards do is they're basically just like a cue card for me. Okay? So, before we get started, let's do some smudging. Smoke the sacred white sage. Cleanse us of negativity, ill intent. Help to keep our hearts open and honest, and carry all our hopes and prayers and needs up to the Creator on this one. Okay. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, 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 let me say hi. I'm going to tilt you so I can go over here and look. Audrey Abbott, hello, hello. Seychelle, aloha, darling. Donna Lull, Gypsy Mama Prepper. Jean Kubicek, Joe Mama 2. Hi, Joe. How are you, darling? Lacey Black, c'est moi. Linda Bopp, Louise Williams, Malka Ringle. Hi, Malka. Mary Ann, Sage, Renegade, Stephen, Tina Elliott, Wanda Weekle, and where did my Yoshi go? I saw Yoshi. Where did you go? Yoshi, the dino. Okay, let me just go back. Whoops. Over here. And let's get on to live chat. How's everybody doing tonight? Hi, Lori. How are you? I have, I'm going to turn this fan around. Oh. And maybe put my hair up. I've had a pretty relaxing day, except for my morning bounce. I made it through 2.5 songs today, not just bouncing. Let's put my hair up here. There we go. Hey, Stephanie, Garnett, Sherry, Mary Ann. So for anybody who takes issue with me reading cards, take care. I love you. No harm, no foul. For anybody else who's going to get pissy about me going behind my fan, take care. God bless. My hand is in a lot of pain because I have been knitting and I'll tell you, this thing I've been knitting, nobody say it, but this thing I've been knitting, I've had to start it. I got like halfway through 3 times, had to start it all over again. I've had to rip it out more times than I've knit it. So I haven't. Bev, I have 7-gallon bags in the roaster right now of tomatoes. Wow. Because I had no room. Oh my goodness. I wish I had no room for tomatoes. No, that's not what I meant. I meant I wish I had such an abundance of ripe tomatoes that I could begin canning right away and just keep on canning. How you doing tonight, Malka? Ooh, so I've got more knitting projects to do, and what's going to happen is you're not going to see me knit these projects. You're only going to see the results. I might film putting them together, but you're not gonna see it till the results, because nobody gets to see them until the baby sees them, right? Oh, they're coming in hard now. Mine, you know what? Honestly, I gotta tell you, Remember I saved my seeds from the Manitoba tomatoes last year? I had one Brandywine plant and 7 or 8 um, Manitoba tomatoes, and they cross-pollinated. So the seeds that I saved turned out to be like a medium-sized Brandywine. So they're taking forever. But I have a cupboard out in my porch that I think I'm going to start stacking tomatoes, in some tomatoes in paper bags, because I want to get canning, right? Huffy Prepper, hi, Northwest Indiana. I'm tired. I'm glad tomorrow is the start of the weekend. Oh, my weekend's my work just starting. Now listen, folks. How many, raise your hand if you are also subscribed to our Half Acre Homestead. Better yet, raise your hand if you're a canner, okay? Whether it's pickles and water bath or pressure canning, raise your hand if you're a canner. And I'll wait for a minute. Amazon Warrior, hey! Or are you clapping? Made it, had to water my plants. I'm doing that tomorrow, Christina. Hot child in the city. Hey, Christina. Past canning, now starting to dehydrate them. I haven't even started canning tomatoes yet. See, the reason I grew Manitoba tomatoes again this year, or thought I was growing them, is because they were ripening early and they kept coming, and I was already canning tomatoes by this time last year. However, the Brandywine are a bigger, like a beefsteak tomato, and they don't ripen as fast. So, and the subarctic plenties aren't much bigger than that. Like, seriously, not much bigger than that big. And so I've got a whole bunch of green tomatoes that aren't going to ripen in time. And I got a whole bunch of little ones that are ripening too quick, and I just keep eating them with my supper or my salad. Hey, Kathleen, how are you? Stephanie Alexander. Okay, so for the canners in the room, tomorrow, here's a sneak peek. Tomorrow's video on our Half Acre Homestead is a canning lid giveaway. Now, hear me. The canning lid giveaways are going to be ending soon. Okay? So get your name in. And if you can't get your name, if you don't win, you order them. I know they're expensive, but they're worth every penny. And if you order $100 or more and you live in the US, your shipping is free. Canning lids, I know. And there's only going to be, I don't know how many more they're going to be, because canning season will be over soon. We're not going to be giving away canning lids in like November and December and January and stuff. So the canning lid giveaways, if you notice, they've been coming every month this summer. Thank you, 4 jars. But they're going to be ending soon. So, well, I know some people say they're pricey, but I mean, I sold, let me just put it to you this way. I sold all my Bernardin lids at 50 cents a box. Now, I don't know if that's expensive for you guys, but here, lids are $3.49 a box. I sold all my Bernardins for 50 cents a box at a yard sale, because Mama don't use nothing but 4 jars canning lids anymore. Oh, they're wonderful. They are wonderful. And remember, when you're putting them in the hot water, one up, one, put them in one up, one down, one up, one down, so that they don't stick together in the water. Hey, Lynn, how are you, darling? So yeah, there's another giveaway tomorrow. Okay. Love those canning lids. They're awesome. I have 200, but I'm thinking of ordering more soon. Well, this is what I have. And I have another half of one of these. I don't use a lot of largemouth. So the last time he sent me canning lids, I said, just send me regular mouth, because I have enough of largemouth lids for the rest of, the next 5 years anyway. They are the bomb. You use 600? Have you been ordering them for 4 jars, Stephen? And have you been using my coupon code? Because when you use my coupon code, You get 10% off. I get 10% commission. No word of a lie. Now you know why. And it's not, and that's not why I'm I'm supporting them. I'm supporting them because the best quality lids I've ever used next to Tatler and glass. You feel me? Oh, awesome, Stephen. Hi, Muriel. How are you, darling? Yes. And the giveaway is only for Canada and the US. I love the 4 jars, but as a prepper, I'm keeping my harvest guards. Well, yeah, right? Like when I get open a box of jars and they come with the lids, I keep them. But do you remember those lids I got from the dollar store, the blank ones? I opened my last can of potatoes today and the seal was fine, but the plastic liner had gotten, it was rusty. It was going rusty. So don't trust dollar store lids. They're in the craft section for a reason. Hey, Justina from Manitoba. How are you, darling? There are 2 of us. What do you mean there are 2 of us? Oh, there's 2 Lynn Smiths. Isn't that funny? Well, hello, ladies. Mama Dukes. Great. You're not late, darling. We've only been here 10 minutes. So, I'm going to be canning this weekend. And so you're going to see a lot more of the 4 jars commercials. Only the little plugs I put at the end, I only do them on canning videos, and they're not there forever, folks. Good to Go is the name of their site. They are in Kelowna area. Oh, Alberta. Have you heard about the big convoy coming? I just heard about it last night. Apparently, there is going to be a convoy going all the way to I think it's BC. I can't leave the link. Hang on a second. Let me just see if I can find it. This is for Canadians, folks. Excuse me. Anyway, let me just look here for a second. Because I think I send it out to enough people that I can. Okay, maybe I didn't send it to you. Okay, never mind. I have a bridal shower for my niece to be. Need to make 25 lemon ginger parfaits. What's a lemon ginger parfait? It sounds amazing. Hi, Healing Fibers. Corey C. How's it going? How are you, Donna? I did a bunch of mustard pickles last weekend. We don't eat a lot of pickles here. And relish is I usually make it like every 3 years. I make about 6 bottles, and that does us for like 3 years. Because we're not big hot dog hamburger people. I hope I can make tomato powder this year. Isabella, hi Bev. I was in your area today. We were coming home from Mont Tremblant to Toronto area. I was thinking of the convoy this past February, where there's another one starting on next month. Now this is the word. I've only got this from one website, and it's starting, I believe, on Friday the 9th in the East Coast, and it's gathering as it goes, and I think it's either Alberta or BC. But I'll tell you something, they're going to land, I forget where they're going to land. I'm sorry about this information, but they're going to land somewhere in the West Coast of Canada. And they've got everything. They've got lawyers. They've got, no one's breaking the law, but they're heading out, I believe, to I'm not sure, but it's going to be a big deal, right? September 11th, exactly, Justina. Yeah, it's all going to land on September 11th. And whoever can't necessarily, not everybody's going to be able to go, but it's going to be a support. It's going to be a support thing again, right? So I'm not sure if they're going to allow us on the sides of the highways again. I'm not sure if, because what happened in February was bloody illegal. It was illegal. We all know how I feel about the actions of my prime minister and how he allowed, he knew they were coming and he didn't bother to address it, didn't bother to talk to anybody. He minimized it, called them terrorists, everything. And then he allowed them and they stayed in lockdown downtown Ottawa because the prime minister would not talk and treated them like terrorists. And he did this deliberately so he could enact the Emergencies Act. It was very feeble reasoning, but he still got away with it. And there's all those things are going to be brought to light with lawyers. This isn't a convoy wanting to talk to the prime minister. This is a convoy going to the police, to the RCMP of Canada, and saying, you know what, if we don't have the police and the law, the lawyers and police and justices on our side, then we're lost. This is over before it even starts. So they do think they're above us all healing fibers, and that's just not going to be. Hey, Carolyn, how are you, darling? Anyway, that's and the reason they're doing it on September 11th has nothing to do with the towers or anything else. September 11th is 9/11, 9/11. Our country is in dire straits. Every day that the prime minister is in office and not held accountable for his actions, our country sinks lower and lower and lower, and is getting pushed through agendas that shouldn't be happening, right? So anyway, let's drop it. MLP, hey. Hey, Doris, it's good to see you, darling. So anyway, since I'm talking about the convoy, whoa, holy crap. Rest and rejuvenation. In other words, I'm going to rest up because if I can, I want to be a part of it again. Down the torpedoes, full speed ahead. I know, Marianne, I know. And Lacey Black, I get it. I see, I know, Joe, but everybody's talking about the over there, the war over there. And then next it's going to be China invading Taiwan. And then North Korea is going to take over South Korea. And there's always going to be something to keep people in a dither. Like they've been pushing this since the beginning of the pandemic. The pandemic. Okay. They've got proof. They've got proof that all of the things that happened because of the pandemic were not necessary. So September, there's a driver's license discount, $25 instead of $80. Really? Oh, don't you worry, Frenchie. Don't you worry. I'm all good. If I can't make it, I won't make it. But I'll be, I'm still going to support the best way I can. Yeah. Did you not hear, Muriel? My grandbaby is a boy. It's a boy. And yes, I know I swore I would give up diagnosing babies, but I have a blind spot where my grandchild is concerned. I just assumed it was a girl. I never checked anything. I just, we're still kind of all reeling. Well, I'm not reeling because the last 2 weeks before she went to have the gender check, I said, just remember, Briar's heart rate was up like that in 150, 151 up until the last month of my pregnancy. So don't, it's not 100%. So Oh, $80 for a driver's license. Yeah, I know. It's like 82 or 83, somewhere around there. I pay that every five. It's only every 5 years. Well, I pay mine every 5 years, I think. So, but yeah, it's a baby boy. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you. Hey, you think that's nuts? You should see what I pay for insurance on a truck, a motor home, and a car. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Well, as long as the baby's healthy, who cares, right? You know, I got to hold her belly and talk to my grandbaby. I got her to lean back in the pool on me, and I took her around and I cradled the baby and we talked. Next year, it's going to be a baby in my pool with Grandy. It only shows how we get ripped off. Yep. Oh, yeah, it was a clear picture, Doris. Trust me. My son told me that the technician lined everything up. He saw the wiener and the beans for sure. $12 for a license, 51 years ago. My goodness. Our insurance costs are through the roof, and they're not in the business of giving you money. They'll do everything they can to stop paying out. They'll find any reason to stop paying out. I did. I saw that, Malka. Thank you very much. So this weekend I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my stash of brown paper bags, and I'm going to put some tomatoes, or I just might layer them between sheets of brown paper. I have a cupboard. Is that you, darling? Is that you, Gandalf? Meow. 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 Anyway, have you picked out a name? I haven't picked out a name for my grandson. It's not my job. But all I kept saying was, call me Ishmael. Call me Ishmael. I don't know why that just kept coming up. Call me Ishmael. I just kept saying it. I don't know why. I don't know why. But yeah, you could have knocked me down with a feather, and then it took probably 3 minutes for me to get my sobbing under control. My feet are so swollen, they are cracking where my leg meets my foot. Oh, Jesus, Sherry. Get off the salt, drink lots of water to flush, and lay on the couch and get your feet up above your heart. Okay? Crack me up, Ishmael. I think, Howard? Something's on my porch. I love that name, Ishmael. I love it. I don't know why. It's a Moby Dick reference, I think. R. Smith, I'm an old lady, but I remember my father telling us back in 1934 his fruit license was 25 cents, and you got it at the post. Oh, God, I've got to. There's another thing. I got to pay for Howie's body man's license every couple of years. It's like $120 or $60 a year or something. No, it's all right. How do you save your tomato seeds? Well, I'm not going to save the tomato seeds from any of my tomatoes this year. Why? Because last year I grew Manitoba tomatoes so well, I didn't really have to buy any. And I grew one Brandywine, and they cross-pollinated. And I'm getting like Brandywine tomatoes this year, but they're not quite as big as Brandywines. They're smaller. So I have out front right now, I have what I thought was Manitoba, which aren't. They're a Brandywine. So I've got Brandywine tomatoes, which I didn't want. I got subarctic plenties that are only this big. I have 2 Roma tomato plants or paste tomato plants and 1 celebrity. I ain't saving none of the seeds. I'm going to plant next year Scotias and Manitobas because they're a similar tomato, and if they cross-pollinate, it's not going to be a problem. I know, but they're all green. right? I've got a little basket I got a little basket in my freezer about yay big, half full of tomatoes. And then I have a tin on top of my freezer with half ripe tomatoes. And then anything that's in between, I have for supper. I have to use the lav, folks. I'll be right back. Oof. Ugh, watermelon does it to me every time. And I had a cup of tea today, so tea and watermelon go through me like crazy. All right. Hey, Tigger Bouncin'. Speaking of Tigger Bouncin', I'm going to a heart specialist and vascular specialist next week, or nothing is tight, long, flowing dress. And oh, sweetheart. Thought your chair was Gracie with a blanket over her. No. Hey, throwback. Will cutting back the greenery help by letting the sun get into the tomatoes? I don't know. I don't know. But they're so huge and so heavy, they've knocked my cages over. And when I try to lift the cages to stand them back up, they just go, no thanks. They clap like twist ties. They just clapped like they were made of twist ties. But my spaghetti squash trellis has about 12 spaghetti squash on it. From that big to that big. They're just, I can't wait. Thank you, Tigger. Hi, Linda. But it keeps me running. Me too, honey. Tigger Bouncin'. Okay. This is what I've been doing. I have been so hot. I say this every night, and then I say, I'm going to go for a swim, and then I step outside where it's cool, and I go, nah, I don't need to go for a swim. But we'll get some hot temperatures soon. Sorry, I'm a little cross-eyed with, there we are. I have been going live with my workouts and the music every day. So this is the way it's going to work. But I haven't been going live publicly. Okay. Hey, Rosie. You just keep us posted on how that turns out, okay? I'm saying you've got water on your heart and on your lungs. If you're going to see a heart specialist and your feet are swollen, you're suffering congestive heart failure. Not heart failure like a heart attack. It's just putting a lot of stress on your heart. So please, please lay on the couch with a pillow under your head and several pillows under your feet. Put them on the arm of the couch. Get your feet up over your heart. I am not a doctor. This is just my experience with congestive heart failure. My dad had it, okay? So, this week I started going live, music and all, with my patrons. So from now on, I'm going to go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with my patrons. And on Friday, I'm going to put a link in Facebook for me to go live music at all. I use my Cooking with Cannabis channel because it's not monetized. There's nothing there for anybody. I'm going to start doing my cannabis work again on my Rumble channel. So on Friday, I'll put a link in the Connected Hearts Facebook page. I know there's trolls in there too that just hide, but that's okay. And every Friday I'm gonna work out, not sped up and not live with me with earphones on. I'm just gonna play the music. Just going to play the music. And today and yesterday, I did bouncing, and then I did stretching with the resistance bands. My shoulders are still feeling it. And I did some just dancercising. No, there's no program for it. I just moved me the way I feel they move me. It'll be in the morning, Malka. It'll be between 10 and 11 in the morning, tomorrow morning. Use men's Dr. Scholl's support socks. They help me a lot with my balloon feet and legs. Oh my God. I wear them every day or my legs get so swollen I can barely walk. Wow. I'm doing okay, Linda. I've dropped about 22 pounds. And it's hard to see on me because, I'm so overweight, right? Well, thank you. Hey, Tony G, Simply Jessica. Mary Peltier. Thank you. I do it for my patrons and I don't even know if they watch. It's not a big deal. It's not about that. I like to feel that I'm not in it all by myself. And I do it for my patrons because some of them are looking into buying or getting rebounders. Now, the rebounder works on my shins and calves, but it also helps your lymphatic system to get moving, because when you get older and when you get heavy, either or, you don't bounce around a lot. And bouncing is what activates your lymphatic glands, I believe. That's right, Malka. You're not hard at all, Bev. When you see an older video, it's very apparent. The detox is showing up in your skin. Well, I'm eating. Like tonight, I had stir fry. Oh, I had to scramble in the garden. I had an onion, a zucchini. I got a big zucchini out there I'm letting go. I had an onion, a zucchini, a mid-sized zucchini, some peppers from my garden, and a couple of half green tomatoes because I don't mind throwing them in the stir fry because they don't really all fall apart or anything. Vincent Pellegrino! It is helping me manage my pain, although I'm a little bit stiff and the rain coming off and on is the damp weather still, but I got to go out and water the garden tomorrow, and this is really sore here from knitting. So give me a second here, guys. It's this time of night when I'm getting ready for bed that I medicate the most. Like I'll do a puff here and there throughout the day, but this is the time of day that I start to get ready for bed. I got a feeling, woo, Grampy, hey! Yeah, today was a pretty painful day. But I think I'm going to, is it in here? I have one in here. I have gloves with the fingers off. Just the tips of the fingers cut off and the thumb. That actually I wear when I'm quilting. I'll put it on this hand when I'm knitting. Fiona B, 3 a.m. Where are you, in the UK? Oh, I wish we had rain. We were supposed to get rain for 3 days. And I said to Howie, when you're watering the plants in the greenhouse, please water my beet beds, my squash, and my celery. He goes, it's going to rain for 3 days. I said, is it now? Because I'm moving pretty fine. But we got 2 days in a row. We got cloud over at about 3 in the afternoon. It rained for about 10 minutes and then stopped. Well, the rain is flaring up allergies. Well, that's because there's a lot of ragweed in bloom too, right? Not ragweed, goldenrod. I can't smoke that stuff anymore. It makes me paranoid and spacey. Maybe you're smoking the wrong strain. Maybe you're smoking too much sativa. Sativa is a neurological high that gets you, right? And the last time I smoked Cindy 99, which is a 90% sativa, I had a really bad panic attack. So I'm really careful. I don't smoke anything higher than a 60% sativa. And it's usually a 40% sativa to a 60% indica to a full-on indica. You're in South Mississippi. My phone keeps saying that it's going to rain and nothing happens. Well, seriously, when do we start believing what our electronics are telling us anymore? Seriously. The news is a farce. It's all directed to it's more propaganda than actual news. And, you know, the weather's been lying to me for years, so. Hot again in Washington State. No rain in sight, but we had a wet spring. I don't think that's helping us. Well, we had a really cool spring. I don't think that's helping me either, but I've been doing well with the canning, right? It's been over 5 years, 15 years since I smoked it. Glad I quit when I did. I feel better without it. Well, there you go. Hey, Grampy Campy. Unfortunately, that is true. Unfortunately, usually smarter and look at the leaves before some reason. I have been an idiot lately. I'm not sure I read that properly. I take it you have arthritis like me. I've got some very bad knees and the weather here changes every 15 minutes. Thank goodness for my power chair. I try to walk as much as possible. I have a power lift chair. It's not a power chair. I also have a scooter that I need to buy batteries for. But I have a lot of things coming before I'm going to use that scooter again, right? So, I mean, I'll get the batteries, you know, before spring. Michelle Bedford, hi from Ireland. How are you? Thank you, darling. Thank you, Michelle. Hi, Donna. If I repeat your name, Angie Mack, well, it's all a part of the system. You're right. You know, if you haven't seen or read the book, like the movie 1984 with John Hurt was really well done, but it went from a standpoint where it was kind of hard to follow because everybody, like where he worked, they were constantly changing history. They would just say, okay, this needs to be changed to this, change it and send it back. And so nobody ever got the truth. Come to Florida where it rains every day. My 15-year-old cat is snuggle time. Yeah, Gracie's, she's my snuggle time baby too. She really is. But, so I think tomorrow I'm going to start picking some of the smaller green tomatoes from obviously the subarctic plenty plants. And I'm going to use those for relish and maybe some bread and butter pickles. Thank you, Stephanie. That is Stephanie, Ninja Clan, right? Or is that Yoshi? I get mixed up. I'm still learning. Oh, well. Ooh, what's this? All right, I don't know who needs to hear this, but these are stuck together. Somebody's having visionary, inspired ideas by big picture thinking. And what I'm hearing is that more and more people are waking up to the world for what it is. You know, it's not too late. We can turn back. We can turn back the tides, okay? We just have to learn to look at the big picture and stand for what we believe in. And the other card was jump in. Adventure. Say yes to change. We lost our 11-year-old boxer 4 weeks ago. Every time I see Gracie, it makes me smile. Oh, sure, Minnesota farm wife. How's it going? I'm really sorry you lost your boxer. Gracie's 6, and I'm really hoping, because she's small, that she's going to live a lot longer than our last boxer. She was big. She only lived 9 years old. I'm so sorry for your loss. Minnesota. Whoa. I haven't even said the name. Minnesota farmer's wife. Wow. Okay. Whoa. All right. All right, let's read them the way they came. Okay, you got 3, Minnesota farm wife. Celebrate your accomplishment. Celebrate your accomplishments with humility. You are crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you. Your ability to conquer challenges is limitless. That's the elk. You got the elk. And the elk is telling you that I'm getting no task is too small. You have been excelling at everything you put your hand at, with preparation for something. Eagle, you are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. Got that, Minnesota farm wife? And now we have the lizard. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. But the card was upside down. So we can tell you that everything you put your mind to, it becomes a success, whether it's sweeping the floor or canning goods. But you are, this is almost you're on a spiritual journey as well. And you're not realizing that you need to shed a lot of stuff from the past to move forward into the future and regenerate yourself. Okay? There's stuff you need to shed, or it's just going to drag you down. That's why this is upside down. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Karen Black. Been in any good movies lately? Whoa. Okay. That one was for me. I'm back. Husband think Noreen's macaroni and cheese is not for him. He can go Noreen's macaroni and cheese. Noreen from Noreen's Kitchen? That's what you think whenever you see Karen's name. I know. Don't enjoy too much in the food department. I love cheese and fish. Well, cheese is not good for you, Malka, especially if you have pain issues. Do you know why? They say, oh, it's the calcium. No, it's not. Your body cannot extract the calcium from the cheese because the cheese is acidic. Cheese is very acidic, and it becomes very acidic in the body. And what happens is calcium and minerals come out of your bones and are leached to deal with the acid. And taking calcium pills doesn't help unless you take them with magnesium. Else, all you're going to do is build up nodes and spurs and stuff on your joints and bones from the wrong kind of calcium because you're not absorbing it, right? I am not a doctor. I am not licensed anything. That's just my personal observation. Joy is trying to stick her face in my bowl. Who's Joy? Velveeta craft dinner. Make it. Make it, Malka. I've got a knockoff. I've got a video on how to make knockoff Velveeta cheese. Oh, service dog. Well, yeah, it's the cheese. Yes, CalMag. Yes and no. Real cheese, not real cheese. K2. You are right about the calcium with magnesium. My doctor told me that too. Okay, thank you for the confirmation. So, all right. I'm not doing specific card readings for specific people. tonight, just because my hands are really sore. But I'll do a general. Whoa. All right. I don't know who needs to hear this. Somebody's faced with major indecision. And what I'm getting from this is that they know where they should go. They know the right path, but something is tickling them in the wrong direction. It's the only way I can describe it. It's like, come on, it's really easy. Blah, 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 blah. Somebody is faced with a huge decision and they know what they should do, but they're hearing whispers. Beware the whispers. Whoever this person is, beware the whispers. You know, use your own gut. Listen to your gut. We don't get commodity boxes. What's a commodity box? What's a commodity box? I use the commodity cheese from Mac. Is that like the government cheese? I hear about those things. Ah, okay, Tony. Well, you listen. You listen to your gut and to your heart. Don't listen, no matter how good it sounds. Don't listen to that. Why? Use your own critical thinking, because whispers that try and detract you from the right path that you know is right are usually ones leading you down the wrong path. Oh, the food bank. Okay. We have food banks. I haven't, Velveeta Craft Dinner in the USA. Oh, I remember we got them as kids. Mom made the best barbecue with the canned pork. Really? Cool. Whoa! Oh, okay. I don't know who needs to hear this, but no, I'm not doing the Johnny Carson Marvelous Murado or whatever he played. Somebody's in a contract. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean a business contract. This could be a marriage. This could be a marriage contract or an engagement contract, something, some kind of agreement you've entered into with another person, or you're thinking of entering into with another person. Okay? Again, listen to your guts. All right? Justice is blind. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be all equal and balanced, and it's not these days. And maybe that's what this is about. You are in some kind of contractual or obligatory situation where you feel you are not, you're being taken advantage. You feel you're being taken advantage of. You're in some kind of obligatory situation. You feel like you're being taken advantage of by somebody you know and trust. And I see justice. I see justice for you. That was weird. That one gave me all kinds of weird vibes. Hey, Monique, how are you, darling? It was good stuff in that can. Wish we could remove what she put in it, but her memory is gone. In what can? The canned pork? Okay, wait a second. I got to go back. I remember we got them as kids. Mom made the best barbecue with the canned pork. I can pork, but yeah, it is the worst. Hey, Cal Storm, how are you, darling? Thank you, Malka. So, yeah, apparently there's stirrings of another convoy coming our way. And tomorrow, between 10 and 11, unless I sleep in till unless I sleep in till like 10:30 or 10, because I have to get up, weigh myself, well, get up, use the loo, weigh myself, get dressed, put Gracie out, make sure she has food and water. She needs a fresh bowl tomorrow. And then I got to set up my live stream. So look for it in the Connected Hearts Facebook page around, between 10 and 12. Keep your eye peeled for it, okay? Tina, I wish I could stay, but I have to run. Good night, everyone, and I'll watch the rest tomorrow. Okay, sweetheart. Mwah. Good night, God bless, rest well. Oh, it's 1:11. Then it was 1:12. Whoa. Okay, this card wants to be heard. Ah. Now, these cards may have been all for the same person. Trust the niggle. What? Now, please don't go by the symbolism on the cards. I don't go by the symbolism necessarily on the cards, and I don't read them the way they're say to in the book. I have the books, I just don't use them. This is intuitive reading. Somebody could be one of the people I've read for before, but somebody is got a niggling sensation that something is not right. Now, this could be the person who's entered into a contract. This could be the person who is looking into a deal, but there's a niggle, and you listen to that niggle, because no matter how good it sounds, nobody is going. If you mess this up, nobody's going to back you up, is what I'm getting. Listen to the niggle and pay attention to your gut instincts. There's a lot of things about gut instincts tonight. Hey, GF Piper, how are you, darling? I used to know a Jeff Piper in high school. I think I said that once before. I'm doing good. Still afloat and getting new planters for the deck. Wonderful. I replanted beets, or Angie did, when she was here. And they're coming up. They're wee things. But I have a feeling this is August. If they make it mid-October, to the end of October, then I've got another harvest of beets. Howie's not fussy on them, but I am. I love my beets. Joy just did the pre-wash for my bowl. I'll have to save and freeze some of her dinners lately. Yeah, somebody said that. Oh, when I gave Gracie the roasting pan, when I was canning cooked ground beef, and I gave Gracie the roasting pan, someone said, "Oh, that's it for me. You let your dog lick the pan." And I went, "Don't you wash your dishes? Don't you wash your dishes?" I haven't used the dishwasher since Angie was here. And not at all while she was here. No, Angie lives about 4.5 hours away. When things get all sorted for her, I think she's moving back home to about 3 hours away, 2.5 hours away, where I can get to her. She's doing well. She's doing well. She's working on her channel, for all those who are eagerly awaiting it. She's working on, do you update Cooking with Cannabis anymore? Jeff, or GF Piper, my Cooking with Cannabis channel is going to be on Rumble. I had 18,500 subscribers on my Cooking with Cannabis channel and I was just starting to earn $20 a month. And even though everything I did was perfectly legal, they demonetized my channel. So I'm starting over on Rumble. So I'm going to be doing some olive oil, can of butter, and baking. But the baking has to wait until, I can't do any carbs right now. Well, not any carbs. I can't do complex carbs right now. So I'm going to do olive oil so that I can put it on my salad. Right? There's already a few videos there. Hang on a second. It's on my Mrs. Wolfie on Rumble. But I've started a Cooking with Cannabis channel, but I haven't moved anything. So you're going to find, hang on a second. Wait a second. Channels, my channels. I have to, but I haven't started anything on the Cooking with Cannabis. But you will find some of my older cannabis videos on this channel right here. Oh, aren't they awesome? And aren't they awesome, Tony G? And somebody told me after it was too late that I never even thought to put those pineapple skins through the macerating juicer to get the juice out of it. Never even thought. I eat olives sometimes, but no, I'm not fussy on them. I don't mind olive oil, but I'm not fussy on. Well, yeah, I love olives. But they're really, really salty, and I'm trying to cut back. And there's also the fact that, see, as a recovering alcoholic, 25 years sober, right? And no, marijuana is not an addiction. It's never been an addiction issue for me. But olives make me think of martinis. And it's a weird thing, but I always wanted someone to give me their olives out of their martini so I could taste what they tasted like. But that would be like that would just be me breaking sobriety. So I'm not huge on olives. The first thing I did when I got home from work was get kisses from the dogs. Best part of my day. I hear you. I did not plant the pineapple tops. I live in Canada. And maybe I could plant it over winter. Plant one in the, now, and overwinter it in a pot and then plant it outside. But I don't know if that's going to be worth my effort or not. I can't have any vinaigrette dressing because of the oil. So I have to use ranch dressing. Okay, why oil? And do you know how much fat's in ranch dressing? Oh, thank you, Huffy. I don't even think about it anymore. I really don't even think about it anymore. It's just, it's always going to be a part of who I am, but that's not my path anymore. One day at a time. I like me today, and I like my life today. You can grow it indoors, but don't they get really big? I don't mind olives in a Greek salad. But again, there's feta cheese in that Greek salad. And I'm avoiding dairy. The only dairy I have right now is in my... Oh. Well, the only dairy I have right now is in the cup of tea I have every day. Cup of tea, sometimes 2 regular size cups, so that I can feel like I'm getting more than 1 cup of tea. Not 3 or 4 of my 30-ounce cups of tea. Made pineapple vinegar once from the scraps. So delicious. Oh, it goes through you, honey. Yeah. I'll have to see if I can get some. Get some what? So anyway, it's been an hour, and I've got to wash my dishes because I didn't do them today. So I'm going to wash my dishes so that I wake up to a clean kitchen tomorrow. Hey, Sally Starnes, how's it going? Things not thinks, darn fingers. Oh, well, we all read Chattanese. All right, R. Smith, take care. Mwah. Now listen, guys. People are already starting to leave because they know what's coming up. We're going to do a prayer. Now, this is not a prayer of any one religion or any faith denomination. This is a prayer where we drop the walls of religion. Those are walls that keep us apart. This is where we join hands and hearts, and you connect to your faith and I connect to mine. And whatever I say, you take what you want and leave the rest. But you connect to your faith, and I connect to mine. And as we connect hearts and hands across the internet, we're left with one thing, faith and love, right? So let's do that. Okay, next live on Sunday. Well, it's going to be live tomorrow, but it's going to be on my Cooking with Cannabis channel, my Jumpy Live, because I can't play music on any other channel or I'll get a strike. So, Kalama Olives. Freaky Geek. Hey, Freaky! Good night, all. Prayers are the greatest. I'll have to start the video from the beginning. I missed a lot. Good night. Take care, Prepper from Heaven. All right. So, I feel you encourage people to reconnect. Well, that's what I'm hoping for. You know, I often think, and I'm going to talk for a little bit while people, there is no judgment if you decide to leave. No judgment whatsoever. Not everybody is at this point, right, with their faith. Not everybody is. Some people don't have one yet, and that's okay. Corey, I love you. Give my love to your granny and your great granny. I'm not sure. There's one missing. There's one missing. Is it your mom or your grandmother? Love you, Bev. Got dishes. Yeah, I got dishes. Sometimes Aldi has Greek olive oil from the Greek islands. Well, I use extra virgin olive oil, and they say there's no difference, but I taste the difference. So, for all those who care to, oh, Waldo, well, watch the replay, sweetheart. Watch the replay. Now, for all those who care to, please help me close with a connecting of hearts and hands across the world while we inhale love and exhale negativity, where we connect with our faith and ask that we be filled with the shining light of the Creator's love. Okay? Oh, when? Okay, it was your grandma that passed, so you have your mom and your great-grandma, right? I missed the last 10 minutes. I had an emergency with my one dog. Her name tag got stuck in the porch boards. Oh, baby. All right, here we go. Let's do some deep breathing. Get rid of the, inhale the love and exhale the negativity. And again. And one more time. Hey, God, creator and one source of all. How's it going? Again, God, I thank you for bringing us together tonight so that we can talk and share and support and love one another into a more blessed feeling, right? There's folks that that are sick with swollen feet and heart problems and cancer and dealing with loved ones and failing gardens and fruitful gardens. Some people are overrun with gardens and some people don't have enough. God, we just ask that all the people that are sick and alone and feel that they don't know how to connect with you, that there are people that have addictions and fears and all of those things and illnesses and loneliness and rejection. God, we lift all those people up to you so that the light of your love may pierce some of the gloom in their lives, even if they don't recognize it as you, God. We do. And we thank you for hearing our prayers for those less fortunate than us. God, we just want to thank you for all the blessings that are in our life. And we want you to know that we are full of gratitude. But please, God, fill us full with the delight of Fill us full of your divine light of love, God, so that as we stretch across the world, hearts and hands, that we release the light of your love into the world, that we attract those who need to see your light, that we put off a glow so bright that it's like a lighthouse in the storm, guiding people in from the stormy sea or the fog, or away from the rocks on the shore, or away from the cliff they're walking towards. God, let us ever be your bastions of light and love. We're not perfect, God. None of us are perfect. That's your job. But we do ask that you help us on our progress towards the loving light of your perfection. Keep us safe. Keep us well. Keep us together, God, because we are a family. And thank you for that family, God. Amen. Namaste. Merry meet. Shalom. Merry part. Peace be with you. Blessed be. Walk in the ever-shining light of God's love. Whatever language you use to speak to your faith, know that faith is love. Okay? Not fear. Never approach your faith in fear, because God always has a plan. We get frightened, yes. But when we put the fear into God's hands, there's nothing left to fear, right? Because that's what faith means. Faith means knowing that no matter how crappy it gets, we just got to keep putting one foot in front of the other and have faith that it's going to work exactly the way it's supposed to. And it doesn't hurt, never hurts, to have gratitude and express that gratitude to God. All right? Whatever God or faith that you have, I choose to call my creator and one source of all God, for lack of a better word. All right? This is Mrs. Wolfe from Life with the Wolfe saying, I'll see you guys on Sunday. And I don't necessarily do cards on Sunday, so please don't ask. All right? Take care. God bless. I love you guys. See you Sunday. Mwah!